Welcome to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I'm your host, Kevvy. This week on the show is no guest, just me and Young Alexi. Nice new coat.
Thank you.
I like that.
I got it from Uniqlo.
You have the heater on your feet all the time, and now you have a snowsuit that you've worn. And it's so goddamn warm in here.
I need it.
Okay.
I honestly need it. I just bought this jacket because...
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Well, I have, this is my second Uniqlo jacket.
Okay.
The first one I wore all winter. Between that and, I've, worn that on the podcast, and then my, big, fuzzy, teddy bear one. Yep. I, need a jacket.
We can't repeat outfits on here is the goal, and then it happens because you love that green sweater.
I love it.
Why is that your go-to all the time?
I don't know.
It's funny too because we'll go to do an episode and you'll be like, fuck, I'm wearing it again. Is it just the most comfy thing?
It is. Well, yeah, I thrifted it, right? And it's got a little logo on there, and I don't know what the logo is.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's so cool.
I heard it's like a white supremacist logo.
Oh God,
Alexi!
Oh no.
Okay, look, it's just me and you today.
Yes.
And the reason for that is because we got canceled on 2 times in one morning.
It's unbelievable.
Bobby Warner's supposed to be here. He's not. He confirmed yesterday that this was good. And then this morning he's like, hey man, can't come do the podcast. I told some fucking asshole from Craigslist. I don't know what, I don't really understand. He's I'm assuming it's a Craigslist close encounters and he's going to go cuddle somebody.
Oh, there you go.
I'm picturing that thing that 7th graders do when their parents aren't home and they spoon but not touch. You know what I mean? It's like 2 puzzle pieces just next to each other.
The clothes stay on.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. And then they don't touch, but they spoon for half an hour, and in the end, he gets a bike for some reason. He said he's getting a bike. So he didn't really explain why he gets the bike, so that's what I'm assuming, and I think I'm right.
Yeah, I think so too. We run the podcast, so that's the truth.
That's the narrative we've created. If he wants to dispute it, he can come on the fucking podcast, because I fucking invited him. Bobby Warner.
And don't try to go on to your own podcast and rewrite the story.
Yeah, because I'll tell Randy about this, and she won't let him lie. Just be truthful for once. And he's on Craigslist. What do people do on Craigslist? They don't not spoon.
Spooning is a requirement. It's in the terms of and conditions.
Exactly. I think actually it is less spooning on Craigslist and more forking, but I don't know if you get a bike in that transaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby looks like someone who owns a BMX or 2.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean?
He's got a collection.
He looks like he's got a Huffy.
Oh, I had a Huffy.
Did you? What happened to it? Some asshole on Craigslist take it from you?
Yeah, I think so.
He stole it from me and gave me money for it. It was crazy.
I just remember, I think it was my favorite, or it was my first bike when I was a kid, and I was riding down a dirt path. I was maybe 5 or 6, and just out of nowhere, a little garden snake comes out of nowhere, and I ran over it.
Is it okay?
No, it wasn't okay.
I just pictured it in a little snake cast.
It was
You killed it?
Yeah, I think it was the first snake I've ever seen in person too. I was wow.
Traumatizing.
I know, but now I love snakes, so...
Do you?
I do.
Well, every time me and Andrea Jenner are on here, we talk about snakes for half an hour, so you must have loved that. Remember she said snakes are dumb?
Yeah.
Andrea.
So we were doing her podcast as well, and I think she mentioned that on one of her episodes.
That's right.
And I'm just there, because I'm not really in that podcast, I'm just engineering it. So I'm there silently
oh yeah, you can't even get in there to stick up for your favorite reptile buddies.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's
the
painful.
Worst feeling.
Yeah. How dare she silence you?
I know.
You have opinions that need to be heard.
You just hear me echoey in the background. Hey!
See, this is great because there's no guests. We can say whatever we want about anybody here.
Exactly.
And that's why Bobby got roasted. I don't know if he's going to recover.
No, honestly.
He doesn't even know what's happening right now. He's just going to feel a sting in the back of his neck.
He's going to sense it.
Oh, he's going to be like, oh, the bike. Uh-oh. So he's supposed to be here. Bailed. It's okay. I still love you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do on Craigslist. We're not going to judge you. Okay. So then I asked comedian Ryan Williams. He's like, love to. Because I saw him over the weekend. I was producing John Cullen's album at Yuck Yucks. Ryan was on the show. Crushed it. So funny. One of my favorites. And then he's very lovely. He was like, I just, I complimented you last year and I'm complimenting you again now. That's what he said. Okay. It's a compliment. It's interesting when you're like, I'm complimenting you.
Yeah.
If someone says that to you. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's vague, but it's a lovely gesture from a lovely boy. He has a joke about waking up in a graveyard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta have you seen him?
No, I haven't.
So funny.
I'm so fresh and new to this comedy scene. It's very fun though.
Yeah. I love seeing you see the great comedians that I've known for years, No,
exactly.
It's so fun. But I want to have him on the monthly show.
I'm excited.
Ryan. Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely Ryan. Very good. Good boy.
I'm excited to see him.
Good boy, except he bailed on this podcast.
What the heck?
Because he said he had a doctor's appointment.
Sure.
Better be fucking important.
It's probably on Craigslist.
He has a joke. Exactly. It's maybe him and Bobby met on Craigslist, do you think?
Oh, that's the guy buying the bike.
I could see Ryan owning a Huffy and then wanting to get rid of it. So he's also not here. And so he said he had to go to the doctor. So he's talking about how he played football. So it's probably some, slipped a disc maybe.
Oh, fair.
Well, I'm glad. Whatever.
Yeah.
We don't need... Me and you, we do just fine.
I think this is better.
You know what?
To be honest?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't want guests at all now. What if this is just the format?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Across the table.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need to rename it something that's like across the table themed.
Kevvy and Alexi cross the table from each other podcast. No Ryan, no Bobby Warner.
I'm all about it.
Yeah. But here's the thing is that our hot takes that we normally get interrupted by a guest... You want to stick up for snakes? You go ahead and stick up for snakes today. Today's the day, Alexi.
Yes.
Anything you want to stick up for? What do you want to stick up for?
Well, snakes, first of all.
Okay. What's your favorite snake? Gardener snake? Is it garter or Gardner?
I think it's a... Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm so uneducated. Like...
No, my favorite is a ball python. So they have the cutest little face. It looks like a human face almost, kind of.
That sounds terrifying. No. It's a snake with a human face?
It's a snake with like a nose and
a little goatee. It's actually not a snake. It's my friend. Wait, ball
python?
Ball python.
Because they roll up into a ball. Mm-hmm. And they and you can pick them up and they enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
Which I think is adorable.
Oh, that's cute.
It
Can it kill you?
Yeah.
All right.
I think they could get big enough.
I mean, that's cute too, depending on who they're killing. Maybe they deserve it.
Well,
Maybe they cancel on podcasts.
Exactly. And then it's kind of the next step, right?
Yeah,
you call in the ball python.
Well, it's called karma. Yeah. What if I set up a Craigslist appointment for Bobby and then he thinks he's buying a bike and then he goes into a room and it's just a ball python and it's pissed.
Yes. And it's in a ball and it's waiting.
He doesn't get it. He's like, what's that? It has a human face. I don't understand this at all. And then he's dead. Roasted. And I love Bobby Warner and I'm still roasting him. Bobby's fucking funny too.
Oh, he's super funny.
Yeah.
I get to sit in on his and Randy's podcast.
I love that podcast.
It is the best.
So you ruined the party again? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Full title?
Yeah. I was on one of those episodes.
I know your
too.
episode is terrifying.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you encountered a real creep at a party.
I did. Mm-hmm. I did.
She framed you.
She tried.
She tried to.
Luckily, I had friends in my corner who were like, "Pooing in the pool? Not Alexi."
That doesn't sound like something Alexi would do.
No,
Alexi's too classy for that.
Well, I hope so.
Oh god, I can't. I'm like. If it's a party full of people I don't know,
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I kind of had that on the weekend. I went to a women's panel for music, and I walked in there and I knew some people, and then all of a sudden all the people I knew were busy talking, and I'm like,
oh, you're shy now. You're by yourself.
Yeah.
Time to get on Craigslist.
I don't know how to talk to people.
Find some friends. No, yeah, you do. Well, you're very. People are comfortable around you.
Oh, good.
That's why I loved when you started being on the podcast with me, because you're a great audience. And I like it because you're not a comedian, and so you're disarming for comedians who come on. And then they feel comfortable, and then everybody likes you, and then it's makes it more of a fun hang.
Well, I like that.
Instead of just old Yelpy, just old screamy over here,
Yelpy.
Barking at everybody.
Old Yelpy.
Old Yelpy.
Someone that leaves really bad reviews all the time.
Yeah. That might be the title of the episode.
Old Yelpy. I like that.
Let's put Old Yelpy featuring no guests. Let's really let people know that no one fucking showed up today. Because this has happened before where we've been canceled on, and then we're like, you and I are like, oh well, let's go to Strathcona Pizza or whatever.
Yes.
But fuck that.
No, exactly.
We can do this. We don't need Bobby Warner.
The show must go on.
Exactly. With or without Mr. Craigslist. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Spoon.
Yeah. I love this. I hope we keep getting canceled on so we can keep doing episodes.
Me too.
Where I just rotisserie. Bobby Warner. Only Bobby Warner. I don't care who cancels.
We'll just keep trying to book him.
Yeah.
And
he said he wants to come on next Monday. And so this will be interesting to hear him stick up for himself. I also like this episode won't be out yet, so he won't actually know.
He won't know. He'll come on and, he'll have the best attitude. And he'll talk to us like we didn't just destroy him.
He doesn't know he's fucked now. I'm just looking forward to the graphic for this episode. It's just going to be me and you. Finally, instead of, some comedian just wedged into the middle of our friendship. You know what I mean?
Just trying to make it fit, even though it doesn't quite fit.
Come on.
I'm going to make our photos really big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe do some extra Photoshop so we look even cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you good at Photoshop?
Yeah.
Why you know to do all this technical shit. That's why you're so goddamn busy here all the time. Always
busy.
Yeah, that dance was great also.
I do it in between all the busy things that I
believe it.
do.
I believe it. How many podcasts now are you doing here?
I'm doing Randy and Bobby's. Mm-hmm. I'm doing Andrea Jin's, even though I haven't recorded one in a while,
okay.
But I think we're due to do some soon.
Yeah.
I have Sound Judgment with Sam Tonning and Harris Anderson.
Yeah.
That one is so much fun to sit in on.
Yeah.
I
heard you just had Louise Burns on.
Yeah.
That's great.
That was so great.
Yeah.
I'm glad because she had some good insights.
Yeah?
And she's very well spoken.
She's a goofball.
Oh yeah.
People don't
fantastic.
know that. Yeah. You see pictures of her, she looks serious, and then she's basically the human incarnation of a Tim and Eric sketch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was great.
They're fucking mean to each other on that show.
I remember when you were on that episode too, and you it was almost like, are you guys for real?
Yeah, I know. I tried to counsel them. Harris looked very sad.
Yeah.
Sam was bullying him. They're friends. They're best friends. And that's their dichotomy. They're like an old married couple that should be in couples counseling.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. They were even saying that they can't even do more than 2 or 3 in a day because it just hurts.
Their feelings get too hurt.
They can't talk to each other afterwards.
Woo!
Yes.
Okay.
So then there's that one, and then I'm doing Cry With Me with Pascal and Alistair.
Right, okay.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah?
You'd think it would be more crying, but it is very entertaining.
I'll make them cry. So you hear that, Bobby? Okay, and then
ours
Comedy Here Often podcast, and then we have an upcoming thing with Simon King that is not out yet, but is one of my favorite things that's ever happened in the world.
Oh yeah!
So that's going to be fun, and that's the podcast network, I suppose. And then there's of course Hate Locker, which gets delivered to us, and the Creaky Door podcast. That's another one.
It's just the door creaking.
You just hear it, and then no one comes in. That's eerie.
And then Alex, our shop guy, kind of poking his head.
Yeah. He'll talk about inventory, and then Jonathan might come in and be like, "Are you recording?" And then tell us a story for 10 minutes, and then you have to cut it. So Hate Locker, and then Joanne O'Sullivan has one also, but they just deliver those to us, and I think that's it for our podcast network currently.
I don't
think I'm forgetting anybody.
I hope not. So, I'm very panicked about that now.
Well, if someone gets offended, then we'll know we listened to the episode, and then we can thank them.
Yeah, exactly.
We should do a thank yous at the end of every episode, just to the different people.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a no thank you episode to Bobby. You know?
No thank you to Bobby.
You know how bands will like have the liner notes, like, you know, thank you to God or whatever.
Yeah.
We do a no thank you.
I love it.
And it's just going to be picture Bobby. I like that I'm not picking on Ryan, really.
I know.
I feel like Bobby likes it.
Yeah.
I think he likes the negative attention.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that he's like not been able to make it to an episode. Like,
are you kidding?
Well, yeah, because with the Randy episode, the one that I was in, it was because
you were on
bailed
it because he didn't show up.
Yeah, and Randy didn't remind him because she didn't want to be his mother, which she says in the pod.
Bobby.
So, I know. Yeah, not the first time.
Oh my God,
Bobby.
He's getting
destroyed. I'm sorry,
this
Bobby.
This is like Swiss Chalet. The way he's getting rotisserie right now.
Do they have rotisserie there?
I don't know.
Oh.
It seems very airport foody there. I don't really remember.
Yeah, me neither.
It seems like prepackaged mashed potatoes-y over at the Swiss Chalet.
I've never even had those before. Prepackaged?
Yeah, that seems like when there used to be food on the airplane, it was very phoned-in feeling.
Oh.
It's like, here you go, you trash bag. Have this. It's mashed potatoes. You're not going to like it. You know?
Are you sure it's mashed potatoes? We don't know.
Yeah, it's like they saved all the raisins in the world to just put in like the bread of the sandwiches on the airplanes back then. It's like, here you go, you piece of shit. Here's a sandwich. Oh, you think you like sandwiches? How about cranberry raisin bread with tuna? Ugh.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you like the sound of that, don't you?
I do like tuna.
Yeah.
That's my fave.
I think you just like animals.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like animals.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when I was a kid, before I chose music to get into, I wanted to be a dog.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
I know.
That was a misdirect is what that was called. I didn't see that coming.
Maybe I am a comedian.
I thought you were going to say work at an aquarium or vet, and you're like, just be a dog.
No, I wanted to be a dog.
Okay, I respect that.
I thought
Cocker Spaniel.
Like a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
that was my dog, and I wanted to be just like him.
So you guys could be friends, like closer friends.
Yeah, I wanted to be like even closer friends, like not too close, but like friends.
Yeah, like you'd have to friend zone your dog.
Yeah, just like
okay. I made this commitment of turning into a dog so we could be closer, but now you're creeping me out a little.
I'm starting to regret this career move.
That is a little misleading though. That's a very romantic gesture. So if you turned into a dog to be close to your dog, and then your dog's like, Lexi, like, let's go out, and then you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I guess
relax.
That's fair.
Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah,
a bit of a tease, a bit of a dog tease.
Well, honestly, that was a choice I made as a kid, and kids are dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I'm pretty uneducated too, though. I didn't know what a ball python was. I don't know if it's a garter snake or a gardener snake.
It's okay. We can learn these things.
What if I'm as smart as I was when I was 7? That's totally possible.
I always worry about that for myself.
Yeah?
Honestly. Yeah.
That you never got any smarter than 2nd grade?
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel like the same person, only like they've added more information to me. I don't know who they is. I've added more information.
Yeah, you added more information to your own brain.
And I'm still that child, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking, we have so many good podcasts coming out. Like we locked and loaded so many good ones.
Oh yeah.
And it's interesting how the format of the show has changed over time. Like you can have a sip of your coffee, no problem. For people who are just listening to the audio version, they didn't even need to know about that hesitation. I'm liking. It's interesting because Ryan Williams was going to be on today. He was on like the 2nd episode, but I didn't ask the day job shit. I didn't ask the ghost thing, and you weren't there.
Yeah.
And so I like that I can have him on again as like a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it's funny too because like, these are so fun to do that it's like the day I look forward to most is when we have like a couple, like when we had Aaron Reed and Graham in a row that
was
day.
The best.
How fun was that?
And we actually filmed those like on a weekend. And like, you would think like me
That's
coming
right.
into work on a weekend,
Yeah.
like, you know, in any other career that would suck. But that was like the best day.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like stoked to come in.
Well, I guess because like you have a lot of responsibilities at the label aside from the podcast stuff. Is like you also write grants and stuff like that. So it's like I don't know how you get it all done. You know?
I mean, either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you like writing grants?
Yeah, it's good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, yeah.
Probably interesting.
It is. Well, you know, you get to like work with other people and they tell you about their project and like why they need the money, and then you can go and figure out like if they need that money, or if you
Yeah.
know, it's like you kind of get really in the loop with a project.
Right, with bands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's nothing for comedians right now.
Which is dumb.
It's super dumb.
It's like for instance, when a band releases an album on Spotify, the thing, or a single, the thing you are hoping happens is you get on the New Music Friday playlist, and then that translates to other playlists. Getting on playlists is the best thing for a band releasing a song on Spotify. Why isn't there comedy Spotify playlists?
Is
Like,
there none?
There isn't. That's why
Oh.
me, Steve, and Lauren started doing like a weekly one.
Oh, what?
Is we'd make these playlists, and we tweet and Instagram them and stuff.
Okay.
And it's just we'll pick like 3 to 5 tracks each, and then publish them, and then you can take a listen.
Oh.
And it's really just a function of feeling like there should be that on Spotify. Like, why not?
Oh, definitely.
I hate how stand-up comedy doesn't get taken seriously that way.
I know.
And it's like, why not? There should be grants for comedians. They tour more often than bands.
Oh yeah, and like I know I've been like doing so much research on it, and it's too bad because like the funders that like fund all the music projects, like they want to fund comedy. It's just like they can't. It's out of their scope really, and
Yeah.
there's so many musical projects already that they're trying to like
Yeah.
you know divvy up the funds appropriately. That it's
Yeah.
like when you throw comedy into the mix, and there's so many comedians, they're like we can't do it.
It's ridiculous.
And I mean, but they have been really cool. Like I've asked them a bunch, and like they're
like open to it, but I guess it's like it's just a whole new avenue. But I mean, we have such an incredible scene, especially in Vancouver.
yeah.
So why would you not want to get behind and support like Sophie Bottle
Oh, exactly.
at this point in her career? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's such a no-brainer to me. And then it's like, and we have like Letterkenny is a huge show. Trailer Park Boys is a huge show. Tom Green. It's like, what does it take to get support?
Well, I guess like for film and television, that's like a separate funder that like you
I meant
could
the
do.
tours they do.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's so important. Like, I think we just got to keep talking about it, and
Yeah.
like I think the more visible and vocal
Yeah.
the comedy community is about
Yeah.
like getting funding,
Yeah.
especially for comedy albums, I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
As the scene grows,
Yeah.
there's
And-
more demand.
And it's crazy, like on Sirius Radio, there's just the one comedy channel, and then like 500 music channels.
Yeah.
There should be a few different ones, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like, why
for
not?
Sure. Yeah.
There's like fantasy sports channels. Why can't there be 2 comedy channels?
Is there really a fantasy
Yeah.
sports channel?
There's a couple.
How does that even work?
It's like fantasy sports is huge. It's like a big. It's like you look disgusted right now.
have.
But it's just kind of like for instance, I remember a couple years ago, Ivan Decker and I were talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Rogers Arena and watch people play League of Legends, which is like a video game."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I didn't even know they did that." And he's like, "Yeah, it's sold out, and tickets were
What?
expensive, and it was thousands of people." It's just an avenue of interest that is big, but it's just so niche, but it's still successful. You just don't even know about it.
Yeah.
Fantasy sports is equally as it's like.
That is
People play like there's big organizations that are like multi-million-dollar organizations
Yeah.
that so it is an interest, but that's what I'm saying is like that's niche. There could probably be a video game channel. Why not a couple stand up? Why not a comedy music station? Like I don't know. I just feel
Exactly.
like we have such great talent.
Oh, it's true.
I'm such a fan of it.
Yeah, same. Well, I mean, on the bright side with like music comedy, those ones are like like all of our like musician comics are eligible for grants because it's music. But that's like,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. I think just being vocal is like the key. Like if the community keeps talking about it and keeps kind of
Yeah.
talking to the funders and everything, yeah, then
All right.
yeah.
Good. I'm excited about the Shirley Gnome album I produced. It's coming out next week.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be out by the time this comes out.
I'm so excited. And I took the photo for that.
That's right.
I didn't draw there's a drawing. But
Who all have you taken photos for their records now?
I did Brittany Lysing,
Yeah.
Miles Anderson, Stuart Jones, who I'm editing right now.
Right. Steve Letts.
Burger Queen. That one
Queen.
That one is just I
Phenomenal.
just love the leg up with the burger costume. It's
See, he's
insane.
coming on the podcast later, and he's actually going to show up.
He's actually going to show up. Exactly.
Did you do Sean McDonald?
I did.
Okay. All in my head.
All in my head. I did a lot of like Shirley Gnome's like promo shots as well
Okay.
that are already out, but will be out anyways by the time the album comes out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to miss anybody. I know I did somebody else's, and Dave Harris.
Dave Harris.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably forgetting someone, and I'm really
But it
sorry.
doesn't mean you love them any less.
Exactly.
Exactly. Let's make eye contact. That's great. All right. Well, I feel like we've sufficiently discussed the tardiness of one person in particular.
Yep.
I still love you, Bobby. But it was fun making fun of you.
Yes.
And I can't wait for the next time you cancel. We'll see what happens on Monday. Ryan Williams, I still love you. Also, you're very fun. You're both very funny. They're both so fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why my heart is broken.
Mine too.
You hurt Alexi.
Yeah.
I mean, you hurt me all day long. That's the face of someone who doesn't deserve to have their heart broken. Crushed. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I've been your host, Kevvy. No thank you to Bobby Warner, as he did not show up. Make sure to follow us on social media at Comedy Here Often on all platforms. Make sure to not follow Bobby Warner on social media, as he did not show up. And make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. See you next week.